Welcome to Backroom Brief. My name is Drew Pearson, where we discover into the forces shaping our society, politics, and future. The latest political battles that are shaking up America's political landscape. In today's episode, we're exploring a fascinating and escalating feud within the MAGA movement itself, a division that could have far-reaching implications. This is not just a battle between two individuals. It's a clash of ideologies, a war for the future of one of America's most powerful political movements. I'm talking about the growing rift between Steve Bannon, the architect of the original MAGA agenda, and Elon Musk, the tech mogul who has come to symbolize a new, more globalist faction within the movement. How did this conflict emerge? What's at stake for the future of MAGA and even the upcoming events? And could this rift create an opening for the Democrats to exploit? Let's get into it. On one side, we have Steve Bannon, the former White House strategist and a staunch advocate of the America First nationalist ideology. Bannon has long championed a strict anti-globalization stance, with an emphasis on economic nationalism, immigration reform, and confronting the power of multinational corporations. His vision aligns with the more traditional elements of the MAGA base, those who are passionate about preserving American sovereignty, reducing immigration, and pushing back against what they see as the forces of globalism. On the other side, we have Elon Musk. The tech titan and CEO of companies like Tesla and SpaceX has become an increasingly influential figure within MAGA circles, but with a very different perspective. Musk's brand of politics is more corporatist and globalist. His views on free speech, technology, and business often place him at odds with Bannon's hardline nationalism. Add to that Musk's business dealings in China and his more libertarian-leaning stance on issues like immigration, and it's easy to see why Bannon's camp sees him as a threat to their vision of America. Now, with these two figures having such dramatically different views on everything from immigration to global business, it's no surprise that a clash was inevitable. So, how did this feud start? Well, the sparks began flying over one issue in particular: immigration, specifically the controversial H-1B visa program. Bannon and his allies have long criticized the program, which allows U.S. companies to hire foreign workers in specialized fields. They argue that it takes jobs away from American workers and drives down wages. Musk, on the other hand, has been a strong supporter of immigration, particularly as it pertains to bringing in skilled workers to fuel innovation in industries like technology. Bannon, who's known for his fiery rhetoric, has been relentless in his attacks on Musk. He's gone so far as to accuse the tech mogul of being truly evil, calling him a very bad guy, and even questioning his loyalty to the United States. Bannon's criticism doesn't just stop at policy. He's also taken aim at Musk's background, making controversial comments about Musk's South African heritage, even going as far as calling him a racist. For Bannon, Musk is the epitome of everything wrong with the modern, corporatist wing of the MAGA movement. He believes that Musk's influence could undermine the nationalist values that MAGA supporters hold dear. For Musk's part, he hasn't directly responded to Bannon's attacks, but his actions speak louder than words. Through his platform, formerly Twitter, now X, Musk has continuously pushed back against what he perceives as the woke left while promoting his vision of an America where free speech and innovation can thrive. And while he's not an overt political figure like Bannon, Musk has recently made it clear that he's aligning himself with candidates who reflect his more corporate-friendly, anti-woke philosophy, such as Vivek Ramaswamy. These moves only fuel the fire of Bannon's criticism. At the heart of this conflict is a deep ideological divide within MAGA. On one side, we have Bannon's faction, the nationalists, the populists, and the America First movement. They adamantly anti-globalization and are dedicated to dismantling what they see as the power of multinational corporations, which they believe has eroded American sovereignty. They argue that the interests of everyday Americans should come before corporate profits and that the government must protect workers from foreign competition and cheap labor. On the other side, Musk's faction represents a more globalist, corporatist agenda. While still aligning with some of MAGA's core values, such as free speech and opposition to woke ideologies, Musk's approach is rooted in the belief that technological innovation and economic growth are essential for the future of America. Musk is a firm believer in global markets, international business partnerships, and creating a world where technology and capitalism can thrive without being held back by what he sees as antiquated nationalism. This divide is creating a tension that could threaten the unity of the MAGA movement. And with Trump as a central figure in this battle, his allegiance will be crucial. If Trump sides with Bannon, he risks alienating Musk supporters and the corporate tech world. If he sides with Musk, he risks losing the loyalty of the nationalist wing that forms the core of the MAGA base. So, what's really at stake here? Well, the internal divisions within MAGA could have profound consequences for the GOP party. If the feud between Bannon and Musk continues to escalate, we could see a real fracture in the MAGA movement. Bannon's camp is already threatening to boycott Trump if he aligns himself with Musk and the corporatist faction. That could spell disaster for Trump, who already faces significant challenges in uniting the various factions within his base. And don't forget about the broader political implications. Democrats, sensing an opening, could seize on these divisions by adopting a more populist, anti-corporatist rhetoric that appeals to disillusioned MAGA voters. By positioning themselves as the party of the working class, the Democrats could make significant inroads with voters who are fed up with the excesses of corporate America and the elites. Now, let's take a moment to consider the strategic advantage for Democrats. This is an opportunity for them to tap into the growing discontent with both sides of the MAGA divide. The real question is, will Trump be able to unite his base, or will the MAGA civil war result in a fragmented movement unable to mount a serious challenge govern the country? As Trump navigates this divide, the outcome could significantly impact the future of American politics. We can see real big shift in upcoming midterm elections for Democrats. This fight is far from over, and as it unfolds, we'll be right here to break it down for you. Thanks for tuning in to Backroom Brief. I'm Drew Pearson. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll catch you in the next episode.